London, in a landmark decision, Julian Assange, the embattled founder of WikiLeaks, secured the right to challenge his extradition to the United States. This development is the latest in a protracted legal struggle that has spanned over a decade and captured global attention. The ruling by London's High Court allows Assange, aged 52, to appeal on grounds that his trial in the U.S. could infringe on his free speech rights. High Court judges Victoria Sharp and Jeremy Johnson granted permission for Assange to challenge the assurances given by U.S. prosecutors. Assange's legal team argued that these assurances, particularly regarding his reliance on First Amendment protections, were blatantly inadequate. The judge's decision marks a significant victory for Assange, who faces 17 charges of espionage and 1 charge of computer misuse related to WikiLeaks, publication of classified American documents dating back almost 15 years. Supporters of Assange, a diverse group of activists, journalists, and human rights advocates, erupted in cheers outside the Royal Courts of Justice as the news broke. They held signs and chanted slogans like, "Let him go, Joe," directed at U.S. President Joe Biden, urging him to drop the case. His wife, Stella Assange, greeted the ruling as a turning point and called the ongoing prosecution shameful. Assange's prolonged confinement has taken a toll on his health. Having spent the last 5 years in a British high-security prison, following 7 years of asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy, his health has deteriorated significantly. This reality underscores the gravity of the legal proceedings and the urgency felt by his supporters. In their brief ruling, the judges noted that depriving Assange of a First Amendment defense would be incompatible with the European Convention on Human Rights, which also protects free speech. Additionally, they expressed concerns that Assange could face unfair treatment due to his nationality, being an Australian citizen. U.S. prosecutors argued that Assange's actions extended far beyond journalistic endeavors and amounted to solicitation and theft of classified information that endangered lives. However, Assange's defenders counter that his disclosures exposed U.S. military misconduct in Iraq and Afghanistan, calling the charges a politically motivated move to silence a whistleblower. The broader implications of this ruling resonate deeply within the realms of journalism and human rights. Amnesty International heralded the decision as a rare piece of positive news for all defenders of press freedom. The organization emphasized the global risk to media freedom posed by the U.S.'s attempt to prosecute Assange. While Assange's legal team prepares for the appeal, the international spotlight remains firmly on his case. President Biden's recent indication that he might consider an Australian request to drop the charges adds another layer of complexity to the situation. The Assange family and their supporters continue to hope for a resolution that upholds principles of justice and freedom of expression. As the legal battle continues, the world watches, awaiting the next chapter in a saga that has come to symbolize the fight for transparency, accountability, and the protection of journalistic freedom.